Well, good morning. I'm about to make a soup that I'm creating. So I just came from the store. This morning when I got up, I put some lentil beans on. So they're in a crock pot going. So I went to the store and I got some thyme, some green onions, a pepper. That's one of the things I like about going to the store here. A red onion. You only get what you need. You don't have to buy a whole. Now, this came in a pack. Sometimes the garlic comes in a pack. Most of the time they're separated. A carrot. And I got 2 onions. Some ginger. And these are different root vegetables. I forget what this one's called. And this one, the lady said they call pass-through. I don't know. Some cilantro. I was really looking for culantro. Now, that's something I learned when I got here. Culantro. And I kept saying, oh, cilantro. And they go, and I'm like, I finally found out culantro is actually coriander. And coriander basically has the same properties that cilantro have. But it has a nice flavor. Now, they didn't have any, so I just got cilantro. And then I picked some wide leaf oregano from my yard. So I'm not going to use any salt in this soup. And you know that ain't a black thing. But I'm using a lot of seasoning. So that should give it flavor. Now, if it needs salt at the end, I will add salt. But I'm going to try to cook. As I've noticed that something here, they do a lot of naturales, no sal, no azúcar, everything they make, no azúcar, no sal, cakes, drinks, whatever. They pride themselves on that, and that's one thing I do like about this culture here. So I am getting ready to chop up all the, I also bought some coffee. I've never tried that brand, but I'm gonna try it. I love Costa Rican coffee. I've become a coffee drinker since I've been down here. Never really, I drank coffee, but it was like, if they have it at work, I'll drink it. Every now and then, if I go to like IHOP or something like that in the States, I would get coffee. But outside of that, buying coffee in my house, no, I just was never a coffee drinker. But we started to buy coffee after me and Q got married, because he's a coffee drinker. But then he kind of slowed down because U.S. coffee is so, unless you buy the beans and crush them up them yourselves, you don't know what you're getting. And even then, were those beans grown in tainted soil? And if they were grown in the U.S., more likely than not, yes, because of the chemtrails. They sprinkle down barium and aluminum, and all that stuff is absorbed up in the soil. And that's why a lot of people are having a hard time growing, because the soil is so damaged. But Monsanto got you with the GMO seeds. They'll grow in that tainted soil. But in the U.S., you can buy your own soil, or you can kind of clean your soil out. There are things you can do to help minimize the metals and stuff in your soil. But anyway, so I'm going to cut all this stuff up, and we'll go from there. Hey, babe, I'm going to need you to sharpen this knife. It's okay now, but oh wow, this onion is not really that good, but this is the only onion they had in the store, the only red onion. So I have to make do with what I have. Okay. Ugh. Garlic. Okay, now this is the pass-through, so not really sure how to cut this. I'm going to try to get the skin off. Now this is something I've never cooked. I've eaten it. It's just a type of potato. Root vegetable. They eat a lot of root vegetables here. A lot of this soup's got stuff I've never even heard of. It amazes me how our diet is so horrible in the U.S. But we swear we eat good. Lord have mercy. Actually kind of like, wow. Everybody's so fat and sick, but we healthy. Now we got the yuca. We basically gotta break the skin and then peel it off. And it's like a pink layer. I don't know if you can see there. You can't eat that. You gotta peel it down below that. That is bitter. And it just kind of peels off. I mean, you gotta peel it off with a knife. It ain't something really you could peel off with your hands, but it does kind of peel off. Sometimes it's better than others, peels, but sometimes it, like there, you see a little bit where it just kind of peeled away. I need to find a better way to cut these open. If anybody knows a better way to cut these open, please let me know. So I've really just started cooking these since I've been down here. I really cooked them before. This is what the peel kind of looks like once you get it off. And just kind of, this is that skin. You can't really see it, but it's like pinkish. Sometimes it peels right off, sometimes it don't. I don't know, I just don't know what I'm doing. So now, I'm going to saute this down with coconut oil and add it to the pot and just let it cook. Well, I cut up the corn on the cob and put little one pepper in there. I don't cut it up because it'll get too hot. And the last thing I'll do is grate half of this ginger, and then everything just has to marinate and marry each other. Alright, and that is my vegetable stew I created. And when everything's almost done, I will add coconut milk. I don't have, and I didn't feel like going to look for the coconuts that you can grate up. I mean, the entire coconut, the brown stuff on the outside, you grate all that up. And once you grate it all up, you don't even barely, it just like speckles in there, all white, and it look like speckles. And the coconut water inside kind of gives it the coconut milky, kind of molested, and it'll give you that coconut milky thing. And you add that, strain the coconut out and add the milk to the water if you want to do it that way. Or you could just buy coconut milk like I did. Don't too much like buying stuff in a can, but oh well. But yeah, that's my coconut soup.